Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. My name is Brad Varnell. This is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel, and look who I have with me today. Mrs. Varnell is in the house. She wanted to be on here today. Yesterday was a very special day in our lives, and we just want to thank you all for being such a massive, massive part of that. We couldn't have done what we did yesterday without your help. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for participating in the Infinite Agape token launch. For those of you that don't know, man, it went live yesterday and it was spectacular. Let's run over here, add this to the stage, and I want to show you guys all. Oh, I X'd it out of here. Let me do this again. Let's see if I can pull this link up myself. I wonder if I can copy this.
You can paste it though. It should still be in your.
It might be. I'm not sure if I copied anything since or not. Yeah, I did the pancake swap. Oh, for goodness sakes, Brad. I had this all pulled up and then I had to restart my computer. So give me just a quick second here. I think you guys are going to find this to be an interesting little fun thing. So this is our chart for yesterday. How you like that green candle? Not a bad first couple of hours, folks. We launched at 001 and ran all the way up. Right now, folks, we are at 00328. You can see here, if you go to the deck screener link, that all of the buys, we had a couple of people that sold. This big sale here, I was telling people in the chat yesterday, this $1,581 sale, that wasn't actually a sale. So all of the 1% taxes as they accrued had to hit a threshold before it converted the Agape token into USDT. And we had the threshold set a little bit too high. And so when it triggered the sell, it was a $1,500 sell. But the good news is, folks, the rewards pools ended up with over double what they would have, because it ended up getting triggered at the very peak. So instead of having a little over $200 in each of the rewards wallets, we have over $400 day one in the rewards wallet for the nomination and voting for the projects. And we have around $500 already in the charity wallet. We went and reset that threshold. So now it's going to happen about every $100. And then we bought up the dip, folks. So I went in, and these buys right here after that big sell are actually me buying up the dip. I didn't think it was fair to you guys in the community to have to eat up that dip. So I went here, that 847, the 446, and and I gobbled up about $1,700 worth of tokens to get us back up to our all-time high. But man, just thank you, every single person that was here and ready to go. Mr. Witcher, I appreciate you. I know that you were a part of the launch yesterday, and Mr. Kevin Blake Weldon, man, this definitely, we couldn't have done this without Kevin. I'd like everybody to say thank you to Kevin. He was one of the first people to hear about this project. He was all in from the very first conversation that we had. He's been on the Zoom calls. He's been telling people nonstop about this project. He's invested a lot of his own funds in the belief that we're going to do amazing things here. And so I just want to give a special shout out to my good friend, Mr. Kevin Blake Weldon, for all that you're doing, brother. Thank you. Mr. Venom 99 added to his bag. Thank you for being here. Venom also got a few tokens yesterday because of the giveaways that we had been doing. Mr. Tim G, thank you for being here. Come on in and hit that like button. Yeah, thanks for reminding everybody to hit that like button. Folks, a little shameless plug here for those of you that don't have any Agape tokens yet. What are you waiting for? If you look here, see where it says market cap 2.5 million? Well, Dex Tools isn't all the way caught up. We are in the process with our application. You got to go into Dex Tools. You do an application and you give them all of the wallet addresses that shouldn't be counted as part of the circulating supply because they are vested or they're for like the marketing wallet or whatever. And that's in the process of happening. But right now, this $2.5 million market cap, that is a fully diluted market cap. Right now, we've only got about 11% of the supply in circulation. So this is really under a $300,000 market cap, folks. So it is a great time, in my opinion, for you guys to consider getting some Agape tokens so that you can get in on our first nomination and voting rounds. And you can do it right here through this link. This will take you directly to PancakeSwap. Connect your Binance Smart Chain, MetaMask wallet, and away you go. You can buy tokens. Remember, you need $77 worth of tokens in order to vote. You need $777 worth of tokens in order to nominate tokens and charities. Mr. Carlos, good morning. Thank you for being here. Mr. AAA, I know all of you guys are in on this project. Ramat, thank you for being here. Appreciate you very, very much. Mr. Rocky Vibes, yes, man. I know that you said you couldn't put your address in a DM on Telegram, so go ahead and add your address to your YouTube bio. I will keep that. I'll get that pulled up today and get you your token sent. And so, folks, we got Mr. Vinesh Joy. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, you are the best. No, you are the best. Seriously, guys, I'm just one man. You guys are a community that I am so proud of. I have been really, really blessed to have some incredible people join me on this journey. So thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the kind words, but you guys are the best. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Kevin says this has huge upside. I love, I'm obviously biased, but I believe that's true. I believe that's true. Dave P., good morning. How you doing, brother? Hope you are doing fantastic, and hope you enjoyed watching that massive green candle. That candle is just unbelievable to me. The goosebumps that we got watching this yesterday. Watching, if you scroll down here on the deck screener, if you scroll all the way down to the beginning here, folks, you can see where we started adding liquidity, and then boom, this is when we turned it on right here, and we started seeing these buys come in. $77, $72, $777. That person made sure that they had enough tokens to be able to nominate. Then we had a big whale buy come in for $1,400, and then $257, and then $969, and then $1,000, and it just went on and on and on and on and on. Guys, look at this. I mean, so far we haven't hit a sale yet. These are all just buys yesterday, and then boom, man. $1,000 buy, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. Somebody scooped up $7,000 worth of the Agape token. It just keeps on going. 777, 334, 43, 179. And no amount is too small, guys. For some of you that jumped in and bought $5 or $10 or $20 like this gentleman here, $35, man, we appreciate each and every one of you. But look at this. We finally way up here, like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours after launch, one person decided to sell $148 worth. There's a couple of little sales for $1.30 and $3 and so on and so forth. But like literally there was no sales for the first couple of hours. A couple of these sales are from people that earned the free airdrops. I always laugh at the fact that the people that get the free tokens so often are the ones that want to go sell as quickly as possible. So for the two of you that took the $25 worth of tokens that you got that were worth $75 and sold them, I want you to remember this price right here is 00003238. And when that's 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents in the upcoming weeks and months, I can come back to today and make fun of you a little bit. No, I'm not going to make fun of you. I don't know. Each and every one of you have different situations. Obviously, somebody could have really needed that money for something important in their life. So I'm not here to judge, but I just think it's a little interesting that it seems like the people that got free tokens are usually the first ones to sell their tokens. It is what it is, though. So on that note, I don't want to put my beautiful bride on the spot. Do you have anything at all that you would like to say, honey?
I don't.
She doesn't have anything that she wants to say. I can speak for
woman
her.
of few words.
She is a woman of few words, but she's opening up. She's getting more excited to talk and be a part of this. She, we had a really good Zoom call last Thursday, and one of these days she's gonna come all the way out of that shell and really start talking on some of these, because she's got some incredible wisdom, guys. This woman right here is the reason that I am the man that I am. And she's the whole reason that this Agape token is in existence. She's the one that came up with the idea for the Agape token, for the word love. She's the one that came up with the charitable aspect. She's watched me all these years in crypto, and she loves the financial side of crypto. She loves the investment side, but she's also got a huge heart for people, and she wants to help people. And she's the one that came up with why don't we do 1% for charity? Why don't we do this rewards wallet that goes to charities? And why don't we name the token the Agape token? Because agape is synonymous with the word love in the Bible. The word agape is in the Bible multiple times, and it's a synonym for the word love. And, then I kind of thought, well, okay, infinite agape would be cool because infinite love, and it also matches up here with the YouTube channel. But, this has heart and soul because of her. If it was just up to me, it would be all about, let's make some money. I'm the money maker guy. I'm the one always thinking about how do we build the machine? How do we create the money? But she's the one that really creates the heart and soul behind this token. So thank you for all that you do. It hasn't been easy for this lady to put up with me. I am not a traditional guy. I haven't had a job for a lot of the 13 years that we've been together. And to say that we've had some roller coaster rides on our financial chart would certainly be an understatement. But she has backed me up and supported all of my crazy dreams. And so I just wanted to make sure that she, knew how appreciated she was. I love you, babe.
I love you too.
So on that note, folks, we're gonna get into a little bit of Monday mindset stuff here real quick. But I do want to say one last thing here. Today is the 2-year anniversary of my father's passing. And I'm going to try not to cry. And if I do, it's not tears of sadness. It's just tears of joy, because I know that he's up in heaven. And I just, I wish that he would have been here for yesterday, because that would have been a dream come true for him. He would have been one of the first people that bought the Agape token. And my wife was like, what? You would have made your own dad buy the Agape token? You wouldn't have given him any? I said, heck no, man. He would have had to have some skin in the game. He would have been one of the first investors. He would have wanted to invest in this and help me get it off the ground. And he would have been so proud of what we did yesterday. And I know that he's up in heaven looking down. So he is still here. He is a part of it. I know he's just excited today, looking down from heaven on everything that we've got going. We really believe that this project is going to help hopefully tens of thousands and potentially millions of people as time goes on, because we're going to shine the light of Jesus Christ as bright as we can. We love Jesus, and Jesus is everything to us. There's no doubt that all of the good things in our life are directly because of Jesus Christ. And we really believe that this project is 100% came from God. Yeah, my wife thought of these ideas, but I believe that God put them on her heart because she is such a faithful woman. She's praying and she's in her Bible and she's studying the Word of God. Right now she's going to Liberty University and getting her double bachelor's degree in Christian counseling. And so, we hope to lead thousands of people to Jesus Christ through knowing us, being a part of this project. You know, I got to let you know, like, if you don't believe in Jesus yet, that's okay. But man, if you hang around us for any length of time, you might start. And that's our goal. We just want to shine the light of Jesus. Our goal with this project is to be in as high of integrity as we can possibly be. We want to make decisions that benefit the whole community, not just decisions that benefit us. We are human. We sin every day and we ask for forgiveness. Are we going to make mistakes? Are we going to maybe do something that we regret? Possibly. You know, but if we do, we're going to be man and woman enough to admit it and to correct it and to get back on the right track as quickly as possible. But something that I saw this morning, guys, that really hit me hard and really touched my heart was this Facebook post. So let me go back over here and let's get off there. Let's get back over to this view here. I saw this today while I was scrolling through Facebook first thing in the morning. And this hit me so hard because I tell you, as now the founder of the Agape token and responsible for dozens of holders that are now going to turn into hundreds and thousands of holders, there's a part of me that got really, really anxious and really was like, man, what do I do next? We had a great launch, but how do I manage to build on that? What's the next step? How do we get the next 50 holders? How do we go from 0032 up to a penny? And I started like almost hyperventilating. And last night too, like after the launch was kind of over and 8, 9, or 10 o'clock last night, when it was time to kind of decompress, all that adrenaline started to come out of my body, but my mind was racing. What's next? What can I do? How can I promote this? How can I, just nonstop. And so this hit me so hard this morning. I thought if it meant something to me, there's probably some of you out there that are maybe going through that in your life. So it says God isn't asking you to figure it out. He's asking you to trust that he already has. And folks, I just believe that that is so powerful and it's so true. God's got you. He's got the whole world in his hands, and you're one of those. You are in God's hands. He's got you. And it's so easy to go through life feeling like we have to do everything. And folks, yes, we have our part. We can't just lay around on the couch singing Kumbaya and expect everything in our life to work out. But trusting that God has it figured out and that he's just asking us to trust him is so much easier, so much more peace creating than us having to, try and figure it out ourselves. Would you agree?
I do.
Do you kind of, did that hit you at all when you saw that?
I've seen that one before.
You've seen it before?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like recently, do you feel like you've been doing, a good job of that? Or do you, yeah? See, that's what I love about my wife, where I'm sitting there freaking out and trying to figure out what I'm going to do. She's already at peace because, the fact of the matter is
the first person I go to.
Right. I'll be the first person to admit that she probably has a closer relationship with God than I do. Now, don't get me wrong. I love God and I have a good relationship with God, but she is on another level. And that's why I trust her guidance. So often she will say, hey, Brad, why don't you do this? Or, hey, have you thought about this? Or, what do you think about maybe doing it a little bit differently? Like God kind of put it on my heart that maybe you should be focused on this. And, so often she has been just so spot on. But for those of you that are in here this morning that might be a little bit, anxious and stressed out and worried about what's going to happen in crypto, I don't even know where crypto is sitting today. Let's go take a peek at the cryptocurrency markets. Yeah, man, we got Bitcoin sitting here at 109,000. And, that's an amazing thing. But it's so easy when it's sitting here at 109,000 to start worrying. Man, is it going to go back to 103? And then, like, are we going to have a dip all the way back to 80? Is it going to go to 120? Is it going to go to 130? We talked about this the other day, the difference between fear and anxiety is that fear is real. It's in the moment. It's designed to protect you. So if you're walking down, an old country road, and all of a sudden 3 great big huge dogs come running down somebody's driveway with their hair up on the back of their neck, and they're growling and they're barking, and their teeth they're showing their fangs, and they're all charging at you. That, my friends, is okay to be afraid. That's a good time for some fear. That's going to kick in the adrenaline. That's going to kick in your senses. That's going to heighten your ability to protect yourself in the moment. But folks, if you're just walking down the country road and you start imagining 3 dogs coming down the driveway, and it starts to get you nervous, and the next thing you know, you're looking left and you're looking right, and you're scared, and you think that the next driveway is where those dogs are coming from, that's anxiety. So anything that you are imagining that might happen in the future, that's anxiety. That's not fear. And that anxiety is what stops so many of us from ever moving forward in life. The fear of the imaginary. It's crazy, right? We let imaginary fairy tales in our mind of what might happen, of what could happen, ruin our lives. And I got a great example for you guys of this yesterday. We woke up yesterday, and there was a couple of things in the smart contract that weren't the way that we wanted them. And we couldn't get a hold of the developer. And I literally, at 9 o'clock in the morning, I thought for a while, probably for about an hour and a half time period, I thought I might have to give you guys the news that we were going to have to delay the launch. And that was horrifying to me, because for those of you that have been in crypto for any length of time, very few projects ever hit their deadlines. And it was super important for me to launch yesterday, because I put my word out there. I spoke it into existence. I committed to launching on the 25th. But man, it sure didn't look good for a little while. But after we heard that news, we gathered up our stuff. We got in our car. We went to Dutch Bros to grab some coffee. And I just said to my beautiful wife, I said, you know what? I'm not going to be anxiety. I'm not going to have anxiety over this. We don't know what's going to happen. So until we know for sure that we're going to have to delay the launch, I'm not going to freak out about it. And I'm not going to think about all of the what ifs. Like, I'm thinking, oh, what if we have to delay the launch? And then am I just going to have to delay it a day? Am I going to have to delay it a week? How long is it going to take us to get this fixed? Like all of these thoughts that started getting into my head. And I said, nope, I'm just going to trust God. God's plan is better than my plan. So if we got to delay this launch, it's not a bad thing. God's plan is better than my plan. And that's what I told her on the way to Dutch Bros. And I just quit worrying about it. I quit thinking about all of the scenarios. And oh my gosh, what if half the people that are excited to buy the token don't want to buy it anymore because the launch got delayed and blah, 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 blah. Like all those things started to hit me, but I just kept saying, hey, God's plan is better than my plan. I'm not going to have anxiety. This is not real fear. Fear would be the second, like if somebody told me, hey, we can't launch today, it's 100% official, then maybe I could have a little bit of fear. But then even then, it wouldn't be something to be afraid of, because I would still just be imagining what the delay of the launch could possibly do. And it would all still just be stuff that I was making up in my head. It wouldn't be real. But long story short, I'm so glad that I didn't freak out and give myself 2 hours of stress and misery, because we got home, the developer got in touch with us. It was a very easy fix. We got things situated, and you guys never even knew that there was a possibility yesterday morning that we weren't going to launch. And so I think that this God isn't asking you to figure it out. He's asking you to trust that he already was already in play yesterday morning. We did a good job of doing that. Don't get me wrong, like the thoughts were going 100 miles an hour, but I just kept saying, every time I think of 2 or 3 things, I just kept reminding myself, hey, God's plan is better than my plan. And like I said, and then this God isn't asking you to figure it out. He's asking you to trust that he already has. Hopefully there's some of you that are out there in your life, maybe you're having difficulty in your marriage or a relationship. Maybe you're struggling financially. Maybe you're having, trouble with children. I've got some really good people in my life that have children that are battling with addiction and that are going through some struggles. And that can be a really torturous thing to go through as a parent when somebody that you love the most in the world is struggling with an addiction. And, unfortunately, as much as we would like to step in and be able to be helpful, there's nothing that you can do really as a parent except for love and support. You can't get in there. I want to make it clear, neither one of my kids are struggling with addiction, but I know some people that have kids that are struggling with addiction. I don't want my son or daughter to be watching this and go, what does he think I'm addicted to? Because that's not the case. We've been pretty lucky, but I'm just saying that there's a million different things that you could be going through in life and you could apply this. And folks, for those of you that don't know God, something else that I think is very important is God is a gentleman. God does not come where he's not invited. And so if you don't know God, if you've never known God, you don't believe in God, but maybe you're sitting here today after listening to this and maybe there's a little bit of curiosity. Maybe there's just a little bit of wonder. What I would encourage you to do is invite God into your life and then see the miracles and the things that show up in your life. And the way that I would do that, if I was you, there's no fancy way to pray. You don't got to get down on your hands and knees. You don't got to say any fancy words. You could just simply say right where you're sitting, right where you're standing, just say, God, I don't know if you're real. I don't really believe in you. I've never been taught about you, but this Brad Varnell guy has me at least wondering. And so if you're real, God, come into my life and prove to me that you're real. And I tell you what, God is faithful. If you invite God into your life and you say that prayer, you ask him to prove that he is real, God will show up and you will have a miraculous story sometime in the next day or week or month. And you'll be able to go, oh my gosh, I'll never forget that Monday mindset where Brad got me talked into praying for the first time. It wasn't even a real prayer. All I said was, God, if you're real, prove it to me. And then this happened. And God will work in supernatural ways. He will prove to you that he is real if you give him an opportunity. But once again, he's a gentleman. He's not going to come break down your door and beg you to have a relationship with him. He created you with free will. But I promise you, if you open the door and ask God to come in, he will come in and work miracles in your life. God can do what we cannot do. I watched my dad. Well, I didn't watch him, but I saw him struggle with alcoholism. I heard about it for the first 32 years of his life. His dad was an alcoholic. He was an alcoholic. And Jesus cured him of his alcoholism. My dad didn't quit drinking. He got on his hands and knees and he admitted that he was powerless to alcohol. And he asked Jesus for Jesus's strength to come in and give him the strength that he didn't have. And he quit drinking 2 months before I was born, and he never took a drink the rest of his life. He was sober for 50 years, 3 days before he passed away. He celebrated 50 years of sobriety on May 23rd of 2023, and then he passed away on May 26th of 2023. But it was all because of Jesus. And something else, folks, that I want to share with you. I don't know if any of you remember my live stream last Monday when we talked about, oh, come on, where's my mouse?
It's there.
Yeah, I know, but why? Here we go. Last Monday, I think it was, I talked about relationships and I talked about, healing relationships. And I talked to you about my sister. It might have been 2 weeks ago. But is there anybody else here in the chat that has any type of a testimony from that conversation? If you were on that live stream 2 weeks ago when I talked about the importance of relationships, and I told you guys about a sister that I was estranged from, when we talk about God working miracles, that sister, I hadn't reached out to her yet, but I told you about that sister that I hadn't talked to in a couple of years that is battling alcoholism, that's really going through some tough times. And because of that, we were estranged. She's not the friendliest person when she's drinking. And I just got tired of the combativeness and all of the negativity. And so I'd kind of cut her out of my life. But guess what happened recently after that live stream? She messaged me. She got in touch with me and said, man, I know we don't talk very much, but I sure do love you, little brother. And I would really like to reconnect and spend some time together. And that was amazing. And I thought to myself, that's another example of God coming through. You guys could see my heart. I even said during that live stream that I would really love to have a relationship. That's my favorite sister. I mean, you're not supposed to have favorite sisters, but her and I got to spend a lot of time together because she was the sister that lived the closest to me. And anyways, I just wanted to say, man, God created a miracle and started healing that relationship in my life. Did anybody else that was watching that relationship video a couple of weeks ago, did anything happen? Did you reach out to somebody? Did you potentially mend a relationship or at least head in the right direction? If so, I would love to know about it in the comments. That'd be pretty cool if any of you have a God story. But we just seen it over and over and over in our lives where all of these things, come together when we start to, trust in God instead of trusting in ourselves. We will let ourselves down. We will let you down. We are human. We are fleshy. We are selfish by nature. And the God inside of us, the Holy Spirit that lives within us, is what helps us to get rid of that selfishness. It's what helps us make the good choices in life and to put other people in front of us and so on and so forth. So if you have any relationships in your life that need mending, I would highly recommend you go back a couple of weeks to the live stream that was about relationships. And, one of the things it looks like, I see all sorts of incredible comments here. We got Young Blood says, this is why I support you so much. You're always real with us. We've got Donnie T. God is always there for us. Ruade, with his hearts. And Vinesh Joy here with, God bless us all. Hey, Crypto Cowboy, how you doing, my friend? So real quick, I know that you were on the Zoom last Thursday, and I really enjoyed talking to you, and I would love to connect with you in person. So I reached out to Chad Neller, who is also a friend of Josh Denny's, and asked him if he knew you because I was hoping he could put me in touch with you. And he said he didn't know you personally, but please, if you're on Telegram, please message me in the Infinite Agape Telegram group or just DM me at BradV7007. I would love to connect with you and get to know you. Hopefully you were able to jump in and get yourself some Agape tokens yesterday. I know that you said you wanted to get the $777 worth. So that might have been you. You might have been one of the first buyers. You might have been the guy that bought the $777. So many of you have come out of the woodwork and just, done amazing things. I have a friend that figured out exactly the formula. He got 7,770,000 tokens because he loved the message behind the number 7. And so he ended up with 7,770,000 tokens in relationship to, our 777,777,700 that we did for the tokenomics. But yeah, Crypto Cowboy, it was really nice meeting you on the Zoom and would love to figure out a way to connect in person. You out of here? Okay, I love you.
I gotta go.
She got some schoolwork to go do. Get get finished on that double bachelor's. And we guys, we are excited. When I hop off of this live stream, we're packing up the rest of our stuff. We're getting all of the gear. We've got the incredible Infinite Agape shirts. See if I can pull this up for you guys real quick. So a lot of people in the chat.
Send you a better picture.
Go ahead. But a lot of people in the chat have been asking us if we were going to have Infinite Agape gear, and we have. Like we created some Infinite crypto stuff, and we just never really marketed it. But we're gonna be marketing these shirts. So this here is the front. You can see my cross here. That's the front of the shirt. It says Infinite Agape. The cross here is made out of nails, signifying the way that they nailed Jesus to the cross. And then the back of the shirt, the back of the shirt says love without limits, faith with a purpose, infiniteagape.io, and you can see the cross there. These shirts are going to be for sale very soon. We're working up all of the graphics on Printify, and we'll be opening up our Shopify store in the very near future. We're going to do some other quotes on the back of these shirts too, but this is the first one. This is what we're going to be wearing out to the conference this weekend. And then the other thing that we're going to be doing, I'm a little bit bolder, so my sons and a lot of the younger generation, they like the little logo, that's not too, out there. But this is my shirt. I said I want that logo, and I want it bold and big. So this is the shirt that I'm going to be wearing with the big Infinite Agape cross on it with the big nails. And then the back of this, folks, obviously you probably wouldn't buy this for yourself. It'll be available. And if you want to promote our project and you wear this shirt around town and then you tell people, that's awesome. But these are also going to be the shirts that me and my whole team are wearing for the Bitcoin conference. So ask me about our crypto project, Infinite Agape. We believe that that's going to start a lot of conversations. And I also got to actually show you guys the shirt. Gosh, let me start over since I didn't have the right screen up. I'll make it quicker. These
Riley, I sent you a picture on Messenger.
On Messenger?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can pull that. So I'm gonna run over here. My wife says that there's better pictures to be had here on Messenger. So let's see what we got here. Let's open a new tab. Go to Facebook. There's nothing else on the Messenger that we don't want them to see, right?
They can't see anything but the shirt.
Okay.
Index screener.
Okay, I mean, so that's another view of it. You got the cross on the front, and then love without limits. And then if we go, what in the world is that? We go back here. So this, folks, is the front of the shirt that I'm wearing. This is the little logo that I've got going on here. And then the back of the shirt says faith without limits, or love without limits, faith with a purpose. So that's the shirt that I'm wearing. This is one of the shirts that we're going to take to Bitcoin. The other shirt that's going to be available for you guys to purchase if you really want to, show off the Infinite Agape brand, is we've got the shirt with the big cross on the front of it. And then on the back of it, we've got the Ask Me About Our Cryptocurrency Project, Infinite Agape. So these are all going to be for sale soon. This is the one that my team and I are going to be wearing so that everybody at Bitcoin sees the Ask Me About Our Cryptocurrency Project. We got about 100 of these shirts that we're giving away at Bitcoin 2025. So if any of you are going to be out at Bitcoin 2025, please get in touch with me. I will definitely make sure that we get you a shirt. We've got shirts all the way from small all the way up to 4X, man. So we got everybody covered, and we're excited to go out to Bitcoin with 100 of these shirts. We've got the stickers. I was going to say, scroll down. I've got it on the back of my phone for right now, but we got 500 of these Love Without Limits, Faith with a Purpose sticker. I've got them on the back of both of my cell phones for right now. But, we're going to be sticking those over, on stuff. We're going to be giving them to people, hoping that people wear them. And so we're excited to go back. This is my old phone, man. You can tell, look at that. This thing's had seen better days, hasn't it? But this phone's probably 3 or 4 years old. And then I've got the newer phone. But anyways, man, that phone's been through some trials and tribulations, man. That phone's done millions of dollars of transactions, millions of dollars of transactions in crypto on that phone. And so I do want to go and address, where am I at here? I do want to go and address a quick question here, because I think this is a great question. Venom says, do you plan to collaborate with other projects to expand the Agape community? Venom, that is a great question, but hopefully the answer is obvious, and it's a resounding yes with 1,000 question marks. So in my time here as a YouTuber, I've been blessed. I've been on, the Ben Armstrong Around the Blockchain show many times back in the day before him and Discover Crypto split and parted and went their own separate ways. I've met some incredible people like Crypto Lifer and Drew, and just the whole Discover gang. We had Crypto Factor on the show not too long ago, Cowboys of Crypto. So absolutely, one of the things that I wanted to do, rather than reach out to some of these people through just a text or an email, was I wanted to see them in person. So we're also going to be giving away some of these shirts to some of those people, hoping that they will love the shirts and that they'll be excited about the project. So the whole goal for going to this Bitcoin 2025 conference this week is to talk to all of my friends and people that are in the industry and to book interviews on their shows. Some might be paid, some might just do it for free because of our relationship, but that's part of why we've got the marketing wallet, so that I can pay the right people that I believe have the right heart and that are going to get us the right type of investors and the right type of people in our community. 1,000%. I'm looking into Twitter Spaces. I'm looking into YouTube. I'm like literally I have a good friend that I used to work for, a gentleman named Ryan Pineda, that's got billions of views on his social media. He's a real estate investor out in Las Vegas. He's doing a big event in Las Vegas, June 4th, 5th, and 6th, called the Kingdom Summit. It's going to just all be Christian entrepreneurs learning how to mix their faith with God and their business and how to put them together and blend them, creating this incredible relationship between God and business. And I'm going to be out there talking to all of those people with my Infinite Agape gear, talking to Ryan Pineda, but literally just hired his marketer. If you go look up Ryan Pineda and you go look at his social, you look at his ads, you look at everything that he's doing, I literally just hired the guy that does all of his ads and paid him thousands of dollars to teach me and my team how to do what Ryan Pineda does. So you're going to see ads for the Agape token. We're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be on Instagram. We're going to be everywhere that we can be. Our goal is to get this message out to the world. People need to know about us, because why go throw $75 at your favorite charity when you can come invest $75 in Agape tokens and potentially rally your charity's community around this, get your charity nominated and voted on, and they can get a check for thousands and thousands of dollars. Like I said, yesterday alone, we got $500 that's going to be going to the charity when we get this first nomination and voting period, out of the way. And so absolutely 1,000%, we are going to be doing tons of marketing. That's my job. I'm the mouthpiece of the company, if you will. My job is to go get on interviews and to be a spokesperson and to be the light of this channel. My wife is working tirelessly in the background, taking care of all of the finances, taking care of all of the things that I'm not good at. I'm not good at the details. I'm not a detail guy. Like this morning I woke up and I was frustrated. My son had forgotten to put this live stream together, and I had to spend the last 15 or 20 minutes that I would have liked to have been getting my mindset and prepared. And the last thing I felt like doing was trying to set this stream up and get all of the links into the description. And I still didn't get all the links in the description. The link to the deck screener and the link to Pancake Swap, I actually want in the description, but I ran out of time. I'm not a detail guy, but I can sure get up in front of people and talk passionately, speak from my heart, and share this incredible project with people. But I think we're going to have a lot of people that are coming into crypto because they love the way that we're going to be putting eyes and shining the spotlight on other cryptocurrency projects, and the way that we're going to be raising and giving away tens and hundreds and thousands of dollars out to these charity as time goes by. There's going to be a day when we have a big enough community that we are writing checks for $10, $15, $20, $30,000 every couple of weeks to some of these amazing charities, and hopefully they're yours. You know, I know that Kevin Weldon's got an incredible charity that he really believes in, that he can't wait to nominate. I know that there's a lot of you that got $777 worth of tokens so that you can nominate. So that's a long-winded explanation, Venom, but absolutely that is 1,000% pretty much my only job at this point. Of course, I'm going to be here doing these live streams in the morning, and I'm going to keep the YouTube channel rolling and growing and give you guys value on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But other than that, I'm not looking to bring on any new sponsors. I'm not looking to do any of the things that I used to do with the cryptocurrency channel. I'm going to do these 3 live streams, and then we're going to reach out to the winners of these projects and hopefully get the winning token to come onto the show for free so we can introduce you to them. And then maybe even some of the charities. If some of the charities want to come on and get featured after they've won, I'm open to that too. But most of the stuff that you're going to be seeing here are just these 3 live streams in the morning, and then the winner of the token and stuff coming on and getting free press. I'm going to use the YouTube channel as a marketing tool to help blast out the Agape token project to the world. So if it wasn't for that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't just turn off the YouTube channel and be done with it. But really, just in a split second, the whole focus of this YouTube channel has pivoted immensely. And the real reason that this exists now is to help people learn about the Agape token. But we're all about creating financial freedom, and we know that we need some diversity. So we're still going to do the Microcap Gem Wednesdays. We're still going to be looking for other projects. Like, I love my token, but I'm still going to own a lot of other tokens in this space too. So anyways, any other questions? Hey, this is Zach from TG. I definitely bought a bit and loved our conversation. So there was a gentleman on the Zoom on Thursday night that we did at 6 p.m. last Thursday night, whose Zoom name was Crypto Cowboy. So that might be somebody else. I'm not 100% sure. What else do we got here? Nice stickers. I'm loving this. The charities are my favorite aspect. We grow and help at the same time. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So there was something on my mind that I wanted to talk about, and then I forgot what it was. So let me take a quick drink here of my Dutch Bros. Take a quick breather. Sometimes I wonder how I can talk for so long, for so fast, and it doesn't feel like I ever took a breath. Ah, that's good. That's good. Then I got 2 today. I got a tea and a black coffee. That reminds me, on a totally unrelated note, for those of you wondering at home how the getting healthy journey is going, I just lost about 4 pounds last week and down roughly 14 pounds altogether since I jumped onto this new eating plan where I'm eating a lot of protein, a lot of high fat, high protein, very much like the carnivore diet. Couple of little teeny tweaks, but for the most part, eating a lot of protein and a lot of good fats like avocados, eggs, and that type of thing, down about 14 pounds in about how long we've been doing this, babe? Has it been 2 months or has it only been about a month and a half?
It's been about a month and a half.
So about a month and a half, 14 pounds, and feeling great. We're getting used to it pretty well. And so now it's becoming really routine. We're not having to fight with ourselves over, hey, what are we going to eat today? I'm kind of in the mood for this. A lot of the cravings, when you first start doing something like this, your body craves that sugar. It craves that bread. It craves those carbs. For the most part, that's kind of past. A month and a half into it, 45 days straight of staying away from all of that stuff. And your body kind of, quits craving it to a certain extent. So that is going fantastic. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. But with that, guys, I'm trying to remember here. It seemed like there was a couple other quick things that, I know what it was. So something that I really want to touch on, guys. We went to a $300,000 market cap yesterday, and we don't even have a website yet. So one of the things that I really, really wanted in order to launch was a fully functional website. But that was the one thing that the developers were still tweaking and still working on. And we had a choice. Do we launch without a website, or do we wait for the website? And we all as a team agreed, hey, it's important to get this launched. Most of you that love me and trust me don't care about the stupid website. Like, you're not going to go, they don't even have a website. This must be a rug pull. But I do want to make it clear for any of you that were wondering, what's the deal? How come their website ain't working? InfiniteAgape.io, don't take me anywhere. Well, the reason for that is we want to make sure that the nomination and the voting period are perfect. And so we've got the website very close. It should be up and public in just the next 3 or 4 days. But this is what we're looking at, folks. We don't know once the website is up and working 100%, there's still some testing that has to be done. We got to go make sure that the nominations are working. We got to make sure that the voting is working. So that might take us a few days. So our goal, and this is not cast in concrete anywhere near like the launch was, our goal is to hopefully turn on the nominations potentially this coming Sunday. So our goal, if everything goes smooth, and you know how it goes in crypto, it could take a little bit longer, but our goal is to go live on Sunday, and you guys can start nominating projects and nominating charities. The exciting thing, folks, the good news, if you want to look at it like this, and I believe it's true, is that we have an extra week to accumulate tokens. So if you're not at 77 yet, or if you're not at 777 and you want to be, you got a little bit of time to accumulate some tokens while it's still down at 003. And then hopefully this coming Sunday we'll turn on the voting, we'll turn on the nominations, and then we'll do a 2-week period of time. So theoretically speaking, these rewards are going to accrue for about 3 weeks this first time. And if there's any delay at all and we're not ready to go on Sunday, it'll be shortly thereafter. But this first voting pool is going to be huge. And there's also only going to be, so many people that have the 777 and that have the 77. So there's a very good possibility that the airdrop for the people that pick the winning token could be massive this first time around. It could be several $100s worth of tokens that you're going to get. So imagine buying $77 worth of Agape tokens, and then on the very first voting round, you pick the winning token and you get a $300, $400, $500, $600 airdrop for a $77 purchase. So folks, if you don't have $77 worth of Agape tokens, I would recommend getting some. Not financial advice. Of course, I'm biased. It's my project. So I'm going to tell you that you ought to have some tokens. But seriously, do your own research. Do your own due diligence. Go get into the Telegram group. Like if you want to know what is going on in this in this group, in this amazing community, go to the description of this video that we're watching right now. And right here at the very top of this description, click this referral bot. The other thing I think I forgot to mention is we're giving away $777 worth of Agape tokens to the people that refer the most people to the Telegram group. So when you click on this bot here, it's going to take you to this page. You're going to open it in Telegram. It's going to take you to the Agape referral bot. You're going to create your own account. You're going to get your own referral link. And then guys, you can invite people to come into the Telegram group. So the referral bot tracks how many people click on your referral bot and create their account and then join the Telegram. So you have to have a minimum of 5 referrals to win. But we're giving away, I want to say, I think it's like 350 to the number 1 referrer, 200 to number 2, 100 or 150 to number 3, $77 to number 4, and $50 worth of Agape tokens to number 5. So if you're the number 1 referrer between now and June 15th, June 15th is the cutoff, you literally have the ability to win 350 in Agape tokens. It would just barely have to do a 2x, and you would have your whole 777. So go become a part of this community. But more importantly than going and being able to win this $777, folks, you want to go check out this community. So this is the link here inside the description. And then give us a quick follow on the Twitter, the Agape Twitter too. But this is the link right here that'll take you to the referral bot. You just click that, takes you right here, open in Telegram, and, and boom, you are there. But if you go, you can kind of see the leaderboard here. Nazilla's got 21. Scotty B Greatness has 15. Mutualism, who I believe is on this live stream, has 3. And it goes from there. So there's going to be a lot of people raising it. Look at that! Somebody that's on here just joined. Kusama Jamal, man, thank you for joining the Telegram group.
I don't know about the stipulations though, babe.
Yeah, so the 2 stipulations in order to qualify for the win, in order to win this money. Let's see if I can find the poster since I'm right here anyways. Scroll up a little bit. But you can see, man, we got a lot of people excited, a lot of people talking. Everything on the left is not me. This is other people that are talking and that are doing things in the Telegram. We got a little sticker pack, where you can hit the sticker for buy. Where is this? How far up do I got to go? It's on the Twitter post too. Oh boy. Well, here we go. So we're giving away $777 in cash. You got to have 5 referrals to qualify, and the referrals must actually join the Telegram group. So when somebody clicks on the Telegram bot, it's going to take them through a couple of steps, and then it's going to say, join the Telegram group here. And there's going to be a link that hyperlinks them into the Telegram group. They have to hit that link and become a part of our Telegram group. And the bot counts those in order for you guys to win. So yeah, 350, 200, 177, and $50 worth of Agape tokens that we're going to be giving out on June 15th. And then we'll start a new contest from June 15th to July 15th or whatever dates we choose. So, let me see here. What do we got going on? Eric says, I know Economic Ninja will be at the Bitcoin conference. Hope you guys could meet up and do a video. He's a strong Christian. I'm sure he would love to see and promote Agape. Gotta run. Thanks for being here, Eric. I made a note on the notebook when we were talking about the Crypto Ninja or Economic Ninja, and I went and watched some of his videos. I really like him. I'll definitely do my best to get in touch with him at the conference. So once again, the deadline to nominate will be roughly 2 weeks. We haven't figured out. We might do a 12-day nomination and then a 2-day vote, so that we're literally doing like the first of June, and then on the 12th of June, the nominations will cut off, and then the voting will go from the 12th through the 14th, so that it's exactly a 14-day cycle every 2 weeks that we are giving away the money. That's not 100,000% for sure yet, but that's the plan, I believe. Dave P says, yep, Economic Ninja has a great channel. Venom says, because my money's still not enough to reach 777. So yeah, you got a little bit more time, as Tim says. That gives us time to keep buying for the ones that have 77, and the ones that don't have a little bit more time too. So absolutely. So with that, guys, we've been going for a little over an hour. I got about a 2-hour drive to Vegas, and then I got to get checked into the hotel. I got to haul all of the boxes of shirts and everything into the hotel, get ready to rock and roll tomorrow. Tomorrow and what's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the Bitcoin conference. That reminds me, folks, I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 9 a.m. And so, unfortunately, well, we haven't decided yet, but I'll put some notices out there. Stay in touch in the Telegram. Stay in touch in the Twitter. We might have to cancel tomorrow's Trader Tuesday. I don't want to, because my trades are looking great, man. The trades are looking amazing. So might just have to do them a little bit earlier in the morning. Or, the thing about trying to do it later at night is that we've got the Bitcoin convention that we're going to be at all day, starting at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know what kind of after hour parties are going to come up. Once again, this is all about networking. So if I get invited to some good after hour parties, I'm definitely going with my team, and we're really going to be blasting this out from morning till night. So stay on top of our socials. We'll let you know probably by the end of tonight. We're busy for the next few hours. I got an almost 2-hour drive to Vegas from where I'm at right now. So long story short, sometime before the night is over, we'll either let you know that we're changing the time, or we're just going to cancel the 9 a.m. live stream tomorrow. But we'll keep you posted. We'll be back in action. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to do the 9 a.m. microcap gem on Wednesday, and then get to the Bitcoin convention on Wednesday afterwards, and we'll go from there. But with that, folks, I love you all. I thank each and every one of you for being here today. Was an amazing show. I really appreciated all of the love that you guys showered upon me and my wife. You guys are all beautiful, wonderful, incredible human beings, and we are proud to be able to call you friends. So have a fantastic rest of your day. Go buy some Agape tokens. Like to see that chart. Let's get up to 004, 005 today. I know that we can do it. Somebody made a good point. We're basically, if we double the amount of people that have bought the Agape tokens, we will roughly almost triple we'll get up to probably very close to a penny. We're not that far from 10xing. If every one of you guys just invites one person that comes in and purchases Agape tokens, we can literally double this price again and get all the way up to closing in on a penny. I am looking very much forward to the day when our token only has 10 in front of it. And so each and every one of you, if you can't purchase more tokens, I understand, but you can share this with your friends and with your family and with your loved ones. My sons were showing people yesterday at church how to create MetaMask on their phone and how to get some funds over to it, and helping them set up their Coinbase accounts. And so this is a great opportunity for you to help people that love the charitable aspect to maybe get onboarded into crypto. Help them get their MetaMask set up. Help them, just sit there with them. Go over to their house and download their MetaMask. Help them get it all set up, and help them be able to buy this wonderful token and get into our Telegram group, folks. So either, if you can buy some tokens, great. But if you just can't swing any more tokens, just share. Sharing with people is valuable. Right now, you got to remember too, we launched to a 3x yesterday from a little community, a couple hundred people that knew about us, that were excited about what we were doing. We've got billions of people on this planet that don't know about us. And I'm only one man. I got the YouTube channel. I'm going to be reaching out to people, but I promise you, all of you that hold this token, if you just go help one person jump in and get $77 worth of tokens, you don't know how valuable that is, because then they're going to do the same thing. And 50 holders turns into 100, which turns into 200, which turns into 400, which turns into 800. Like the penny doubled every day. If you take a penny and double it every day, it goes from 1 cent to 2, 4, 8, 16, 24, 48, 80, 86 or whatever, 160, 320, 640, 12 something, 24 something, 48 something, 10, so like after 15, 16 days, you're up to like $16. But if you keep doubling that penny for 30 days, it's worth well over $1 million. It's the same thing here. We can go from 50 to 100 with everybody just bringing one person in. And then we go from 100 to 200. And before you know it, guys, we've got a couple of thousand followers, couple of thousand holders, and this thing has absolutely exploded. It's sitting at 5 or 10 cents. People are super, super excited. We've given away thousands of dollars in charity. So all of you can do your part. Don't be shy. This is an incredible project. People are going to make money, make a lot of money, have a lot of fun, and help a lot of people. So don't be shy about sharing this with your loved ones, with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers. And with that, folks, we will see you tomorrow or Wednesday. God bless. Bye-bye for now.